If I told you to create a screen that looked like this, or this, would you be able to achieve them? You might see that these text composables are aligned vertically, so it must be a column, but what about all that space in between? And how do we get it centered like this? The first thing we should look at is arrangement. This is how composables inside a layout are arranged within its axis. For a column, this means how are they arranged vertically, and for a row, how are they arranged horizontally. The values that we can use for an arrangement are top, bottom, center, space around, space evenly, and space between. There are several people who've done cheat sheets on all the arrangements and what they look like. I'll link to one of them in the description. Let's try to make this screen. Create a column, and before typing the curly brackets, add parentheses after the column. Now we just have to type vertical arrangement equals arrangement.center. Inside the column, add two text composables and run your app. You'll see that it looks like this. Two pieces of text are centered vertically, but not horizontally like this example is showing. To do this, we need to add horizontal alignment equals alignment.center horizontally. Alignment is how the content inside a layout will be arranged perpendicular to its axis. A column would have horizontal alignment, while a row will have vertical alignment. Now let's run the app and see what we got. Our text is now all centered, but there's still one thing that's not quite right. In the example, the text composables are just slightly further from each other. So to add this space, what we need is padding. Padding is like having space around your composable, and you can use a modifier to add it. What I want is some space on top of the second text over here. So I'm gonna add a padding modifier to this, going modifier equals modifier.padding top equals 24.dp. Now let's run our app. Now our app matches the example perfectly. Now, how do arrangements and alignments work in a box? Because a box isn't really horizontal or vertical. Arrangements don't exist for boxes, but you can use an alignment modifier for the composables inside of the box, and you can align them in any of these 9 points. Let's say what we want to achieve is one text on the top left and one text on the bottom right. To do that, let's add a modifier to only our second text that goes modifier equals modifier.align alignment.bottom end, and let's run the app. Now these two texts are aligned correctly, but why didn't we need to specify alignment for the first text? Well, that's because by default, everything in a box is already aligned to the top left. Now we still have one problem, and that's the fact that these two pieces of text are very close to the edges of the screen, so let's fix that with padding. On this one, I can add a modifier.padding as we've done before. But the second text already has a modifier. How do we add a padding modifier then? Well, you can chain modifiers like so. Now that's looking much better. When you master the concepts in this lesson, you'll have full control over the positioning of all your composables.